The Neo Reality Entertainment brand expands with a relaunch of the Neo Reality Collective Pop Culture News Talk. Your host, Eric Brown, gives his insights and thoughts in the ever-expanding news world of comic books, professional wrestling, gaming, TV, and movies. Be sure to donate to the brand and keep up to date with additional content on YouTube channels such as Neo Reality Entertainment, NRE The Wrestleverse, and NRE Pop Culture Omniversa.
Today's edition of Neo Reality Collective is brought to you by Anchor.fm, a free distribution service podcasting hosting platform that allows you to record your podcast on your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and so much more. You can even make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor.fm app or go to Anchor.fm to get started today. Thank you and enjoy the episode. Well, this is 10 Deaths of Wolverine, issue 1, and it's definitely not a Wolverine story yet. So, yeah, as part of the weekly sub-series, we also get 10 Lives of Wolverine, we get 10 Deaths of Wolverine. And I figured it was going to be one that sets in the future, or at least another version of the future that's not going to happen because time travel and shenanigans. But, yeah, I was surprised at what we got at the beginning of this, because, like I said, although this is the Wolverine title tale, and there is a Wolverine in here, it's not the Wolverine you were expecting, and it's definitely not the 10 Deaths of Wolverine. I mean, like, there is a potential death involved, but, like, yeah, it involves another specific character who was last seen in Inferno. Rather quickly, I might add. And hijinks are going to ensure, especially considering Wolverine's history, very different kind of complex history with this specific character. And Al Ewing was originally tasked to write it when Hickman came in and wanted him to write this book, but, you know, that never happened. Instead, he went to work on Sword and X-Men Red. But we're going to see where that story continues rather quickly and find out what happens in this adventure of 10 Deaths of Wolverine, issue 1, after these messages. We'll see you after the break. We're back. Let's dig right into 10 Deaths of Wolverine, aka Moira MacTaggert. My name is Moira MacTaggert, and Charles and Eric told me I was their savior. It turned out to be an elaborate prank by Hickman. They told me that after so many lives of protecting them, they would protect me. They lied. And now Xavier's dream is my nightmare. I'm depowered. I'm exiled. I'm erased. I have no choice except to run. So, yeah, the situation has devolved. So Moira MacTaggert has run into a gate and escaped on the far end. So I run through the gate Cypher offered me as an escape hatch. I can practically feel Mystique's hot breath at the back of my neck, and then that heat gives way to a cold blast of wind as I find myself home, where my story began. In jolly old Scotland. Oh yeah, please stop. So Moira is revealed to be in Scotland. I don't know why there's a mutant portal through here, but okay. So she stops a car that's filled with sheep or lamb, as a passenger comes by and says, "What's the trouble then?" And Moira punches him in the face. "I'm sorry." And steals his truck and drives off. I need to buy myself some time. I need to make sure she can't follow. And destroys the Kudcoan gate. I won't be her lamb to slaughter. way! Of course, there are other gates. There are other ways. I can feel Mystique, even now, hunting. Time to die. In pursuit of a better world for mutant kind, Moira MacTaggert deceived them all. To avenge this wrongdoing, Mystique cut off Moira's left arm and used a specifically designed weapon to strip her of her mutant ability to resurrect. Moira narrowly escaped, but is now on the run from a deadly shapeshifter with only one life to lose. So, yeah, turns out I read some part of Inferno number 4 wrong. So apparently Moira lost faith in the plan and tried to go ahead and plan for her death and set back to start depowering the mutant population from her third life, and thus, well, begin all the insanity that would ensue. So, Mystique's after her. Right. Later, at the Kenross estate, there's a certain poetry to it, I suppose, sending me here. My end is my beginning. However, this is not Star Wars, and we are not a nihilistic outlook on everything. Just yet. Everything about who I used to be is going to be soon to be gone. But we're not going to just sit back and let them take a blade to our throats, are we? Moira coughs more as she starts to realize something. Maybe I caught cold in the rain. And as she continues coughing, only to reveal blood. Or maybe not. I never needed to fear death. Maybe it's time for that to change. But what I feel growing inside me now is more like a hot rage. So, yeah. She probably is dying, and we'll learn what it is later. One day in New York, a man, let's call him Edward, was on his way to work when he was spotted on the crowded street. A pale figure dressed in a long black coat with a tall black hat. It was Death, and Death stared back and nodded. Edward ran the rest of the way to work and breathlessly told his employer, let's call him Jonathan, which had happened, begged for an advance on his next paycheck and a few days off so he might escape his fate. He would travel fast and far someplace else. Any place else. He had a family in New Orleans who would help him hide. That's where he would go. Jonathan agreed, sending Edward on his way, wishing him well, and encouraging him to return when he felt safe. But later that day, when Jonathan went to his favorite pub for a dinner drink, he found a man in a long black coat and a tall black hat seated next to him, drinking a glass of red wine. You gave Edward quite the scare, he said. Death removed a ledger from his pocket and set it on the bar top, and said he wasn't the only one surprised. His long white finger turned the yellow pages and tapped an entry. I couldn't understand what he was doing in New York when I had an engagement with him tomorrow in New Orleans. Fate will find you. Fate will find Moira. Fate must find her if we are to survive. So be swift, my love. Be death. Destiny. So Destiny has tasked her. So, yeah. The situation has deteriorated more, but we go back to days later in Krakoa in the Green Lagoon. Black. Tom's drink. There's something wrong with it. It tastes like yellow, like mustard and purple jam. Disgusting. There's nothing wrong with it. It's moving. Yeah? The room's spinning too? Something's wrong. You had too many. That's what's wrong. No, this is different. And everything, and the glass is just going crazy. The Veg. There's something wrong with the Veg. There have been earthquakes before, of course. There have where Krakoa is always changing, but hills rising and valleys deepening, a meadow where there wasn't one before, but not like this. This is different. This is big. Black Tom can feel it in his roots and nerves. A change, an intruder, but nothing fell from above or come from below. Oh, how is this possible? As a giant green slimy egg emerges from the ground. The bloody hell is this? Gross. Meanwhile, in New York City, at the McCarthy Medical Institute. Sorry to keep you waiting, Moira. How bad is it, Dr. Foster? Bad. Stage 4? Yes. I'd like to see the blood work. The cancer has metastasized, but I'm guessing you already knew that. So, Moira has cancer. Okay. Is it something you're looking for? Krakoa. What? Krakoa can fix me, right? I want petals. Can you give me petals? Moira, there's a waiting list a mile long for Krakoan medicine, and you know petals can't cure cancer, but they can slow it down, and what I need right now is time. I'm sorry. It's okay, I've been there. I know firsthand what you're going through. Yes, I got cancer, but then I got better, then I died, then I became Thor for a while, and then that cancer was battling me, and it made things worse. Then I got better, then I died, and then I got reborn as a Valkyrie, and then I'm a doctor again, even though, wasn't I a scientist in the movie? I didn't give up. You should neither. Are you going to explain what's going on? Moira cries and breaks down in tears. I can't. And you came here asking for a favor, and I'm happy to help in any way I can, but I need to know more. Why are you coming to me instead of them? They think I'm already dead. Then won't they be happy to hear that's not the case? Not the ones who want me buried. What? Just forget about it. About all that, okay? I can't explain it any better than this. I'm not one of them anymore, Jane. What is it? As there's a knock on the door. I'm sorry to interrupt, Dr. Foster, but you're needed back in the morgue. Apparently there's some sort of emergency. I'll be back as soon as I can, Moira. It's okay. I'll take care of her. Revealing the doctor is none other than Mystique. You. Whatever happened to kill no human? And listen to you calling yourself a human. Just like that, you're no longer a mutant as a fight breaks out. Like Homo Superior was just a dirty shirt you could just strip off and toss aside. I created all this. Your disgustingly perfect Krakoan society only exists because of me. As she realizes there are needles and decides to throw them at Mystique. My work, my lives built this world, and this is how you thank me? If you really believed in our survival, you'd want this too, ya boom. And explosions. Revealing Valkyrie! Go. Oh dear. As the window smashes open with a chained weaponry, time is what you wanted, wasn't it? Stay out of this, Valkyrie. I'll hold her off as long as I can. Yeah, how did she survive that? An egg? We cut back to Krakoa. A tumor? Eh? Revealing a shadowy figure. What are you doing here? What's this all about then? Claws form and cuts down Black Tom, and he's either dead or out cold. Pretty sure he's dead, considering how he's positioned. There was an incident at the Manhattan Hospital this morning, a reported mutant attack. The surveillance network was clipped, so we have no evidence except for the following feed. So, Moira crashed onto top of a car. How did she survive that, considering how high up that building was? We're not gonna answer that? Like, we're just gonna keep that unknown? Okay. It was recorded on a CCTV camera on a side street adjacent to the hospital. We run through an image through our facial recognition database, and the results were, to put it mildly, interesting. Revealing Moira MacTaggert. Mutant database system scan. Positive identification. Moira MacTaggert, an award-winning geneticist, associate of Charles Xavier, missing, presumed deceased. CIA X-Dest. Oh dear. So, yeah, now the CIA is involved. What are you thinking, Agent Ramirez? Ramirez, do everything! If she's been off the grid this long, there's a good chance she's a defector or an escaped prisoner. Either way, she's got intel the X-Desk will no doubt find valuable. Send out an extraction team. Yeah, send out an extraction team to hunt down Moira MacTaggert like a dog. Again, hopefully we can get information on her. We're kind of sick in the head, aren't we? I mean, like, we're teaming up with the Nazis at this point to kill mutants. Meanwhile, in Newark, New Jersey... Okay. I don't have much time. Moira runs into a local mall. Oh, if they found me at a hospital, they'll find me here. My face is a bullseye. as she grabs supplies, makeup, and equipment. And I was invisible in a no-place biome. I'll find a way to hide again. So Moira goes ahead and changes her outfit, cuts her hair, and disguises herself into a new outfit to blend in with modern society. Meanwhile, in Moira's no place, yeah, here's the thing about this scene. I thought Krakoa, Cypher, and the others were going to destroy this place. When I saw it, like, I initially thought that because the way the artwork looked, it looked like it was being destroyed, but turns out that's somehow not the case. If anything, why is there not, like, a secret investigation or something? But yeah, the shadowy figure with claws like Wolverine go ahead and look through Moira's stuff, and the creature goes ahead and sniffs Moira's jacket. I could be anyone, but so could Mystique. And she bumps into an old lady. I'm so sorry, ma'am. Heading to the lower level restrooms right now. Meet me there. But what if it's not just Mystique and Destiny I need to worry about? Excuse me, miss. Can we please see some identification? And they've already given themselves away with the earpieces and the runner's legs and bodybuilder torsos, not to mention the bulge of shoulder holsters beneath their jackets. CIA. Welcome to Epiphany. Can I help you? No, I'm just hiding. Sorry? I'm just looking. Here at Epiphany, we're committed to building a better future. Yes, a better future where we get to rid the mutants of the human race. And prepare for stupidity nonsense. You're familiar with our phones, tablets, computers, and gaming devices, of course. They've become inseparable of our daily lives. These prosthetic cerebrums are always in reach. The next step we're already taking is biotech synthesis. The Epiphany memory drive, an nuclear implant, records everything you see and say. Automatic overnight uploads. Those will preserve your history in our cloud storage. We will definitely not use this for materialistic data and sell it to our highest advertisers. We're not sick. Miss! An agent goes ahead and sees Moira and says, would you mind taking a walk with us? And Moira kicks their ass, shoots one of the agents in the shoulder, and disintegrates his shoulder part. Alright, the CIA wants me in a cell, the mutants want me in a grave. Between them and the cancer eating its way through me, my chances aren't great. But there's one thing I learned from all my lives, is that dying doesn't agree with me. And she steals a motorcycle and drives off like a badass. Meanwhile, through the further info pages, we get more archives regarding the Epiphany platforms. There's about NRC implants, artificial intelligence, and race of residents, including public appearances. I wonder if this is going to factor anything. Meanwhile, at the cradle, a creature stalks and watches as Charles Xavier and Jean Grey help Wolverine through the cerebral device. Jean, what's wrong? That's impossible. As metallic claws pierce with lines of gold on it. But Logan, I don't understand. Is that you? I'm no one. I was never here. Revealing to me a futuristic version, no doubt, of Wolverine. With computer lines, because you can tell by the golden glow. So yeah, that ends basically Moira X, but we have to name it 10 Deaths of Wolverine issue 1 because Wolverine sells more than Moira X unless we have Hickman's name on it. Or another popular writer, but yeah, that was the vibe I was getting. Like, they were going to make this a Moira X book with Wolverine involved in it, but they were just like, yeah, we can't do that. We're just going to just do this because we're kind of morons at this point. So, yeah, Moira is now on the run. The CIA wants them. The mutants want them dead. Wants her dead, or at least the ones that are aware of her existence. And everyone else is like, what the hell is going on? So, yeah, Moira's not having a good day. Pretty sure this is going to get worse as we continue on throughout the series, but who am I to tell? Oh, who am I kidding? It's probably going to get bad, isn't it? Oh well, sucks to be Moira. Thank God I'm not in her position. But we'll have to see how that goes as the 10 lives and 10 deaths of Wolverine continue in the next coming weeks as we search and see what the hell is going on both fronts of time and space. So basically common for Wolverine. This was Neo Reality Collective. Feel free to check out my other content, see what more I bring to the table. Enjoy this last ad break and then tune in for the outro. We'll see you all next time. Peace and take care and have a good day, everyone.
Be sure to donate to the brand and keep up to date with additional content on YouTube channels such as Neo Reality Entertainment, NRE The Wrestleverse, and NRE Pop Culture Omniversa.